In today's video, I wanted to present you guys with my idea of the Harbinger of Pestilence, kind of a shadow assassin playstyle, where you actually fight like one of those rogues, but also use quite a lot of magic to complement your toolkit, your shadowy toolkit. So I love the theme basically, and to be honest, a lot of people actually like to play kind of a, you know, shadowy assassin, stuff like that, but unfortunately in environments like mana storms and a lot of instances where there's like a lot of AoE going on and stuff like that, it's not really that possible to do outside of PvP, let's say. So I decided to go for an assassin-like, but complemented by quite a lot of shadow magic. So let's get into the build. So my basic toolkit starts off with Corruption, Eviscerate, Sinister Strike, and Charge. So let's get into the talent first. So we're going with Dark Intent once again. This is mostly the fact that Sinister Strike and Eviscerates will be dealing additional shadow damage. This is great, and especially that it uses Sinister Strike modifiers, so everything we basically do with Sinister Strike is going to increase this damage and crit chance as well. Pestilence, this is great for AoE. Every Sinister Strike you do basically spreads Corruption around to every enemy, so there's going to be quite a lot of AoE dotting with like 2 clicks basically. Maledictive Assault, I'm not quite sure about this talent, but what it does when you get Nightfall, and we will gonna get it, which basically your Shadow Ball that can be casted with a Living Bear form, but what interests us the most is it will hit 2 additional targets but for reduced damage. So I'm not entirely sure if this is gonna work without Bear form, but I hope it will, and this would actually allow our Shadow Ball to hit like 3 targets, which would basically allow us to cleave a little bit more and help us with AoE. This is to be tested. You have this talent, Shadow Strikes. Your damaging melee abilities have 50% chance to grant you Shadow Trance, and Shadow Trance give you Nightfall basically. Cruel Night, consuming Shadow Trance now increases your physical and shadow damage by 3%. And restores 80 energy over 8 seconds. So this is basically our bread and butter. We're going to be spending those shadow bolts and regenerating energy thanks to that. And the Seal of Fate is quite important, because basically we want to generate those combo points as fast as possible, and it increases damage done by Eviscerate, so it's very great as well. When it comes down to abilities, we go for Wraith. This is an epic legendary basically card, which looks amazing. It's a finisher with 8-second cooldown, which basically deals shadow damage and then applies a dot, which also deals damage every 3 seconds. So looks like a great one. I haven't been using it before, and it actually seems to me that according to the tooltip, the damage is actually quite higher, and also heals you, so it's going to be amazing. So I want to test this out. I'm not quite sure if it's going to turn out great, but yeah, this is a legendary, so it has to, right? Shadow Dagger is a great AoE thing, because we throw a dagger that deals 125% weapon damage as shadow, so it does not reduce by armor, and also reduces the enemy armor by a little bit, and apply Lingering Shadows, which basically is a dot that deals damage every second. This is great because, yeah, it's going to improve our AoE. So like I said, those shadowy theme things are helping us quite a lot. Shadow Flame is a 50-second cooldown AoE thing that deals quite a lot of damage in groups. And we've got Shadow Waste Bolt. This is going to be our bread and butter, because we're going to be generating quite a lot of those instant Nightfalls that will allow us to cast it instantly. And this is better because it deals more damage than standard Shadow Bolt, and on top of that applies a 6-second dot, which deals quite a lot of damage. If Maledictive Assault turns out to be working with our bear form, then yeah, Shadow Waste Bolt's probably going to be quite amazing. Yeah guys, so most of the things are actually unlocked pretty early talents are basically here up until level 20. So as usual, I'm gonna see you guys in a second when we start getting those new abilities. Alright boys, level 10. We keep all those abilities and let's see what do we get. We got Shadow Dagger straight up. Level 10. Very nice AoE thing. And Cruel Knight. But we don't have our Nightfall proc, so we can use Shadow Bolts just yet. Level 12. We get Shadow Waste Bolt. This is perfect. And we get Shadow Strikes to proc the Shadow Bolt. And we get Pestilence. Okay, this is perfect. It's like an full AoE setup already. Shadow Waste Bolt. It deals 81 damage and takes for 78 then. You see, that's why I wanted this ability so bad. Level 13 we get Dark Intent, so our damage is going to be skyrocketing now. Let's quickly see if this spreads. Yes, it spreads perfectly. Oh, nice, we get improved Shadow Bolt. It will not only increase its damage, but we can now make them vulnerable and increase their spell critical chance. This is so good, actually. Okay, so let's do a quick test. I'm gonna pull like the whole group of thugs. I'm gonna apply corruption, then everybody should have it, and they have it. I'm gonna apply my dagger, and look at this, the damage is pumping very nicely. There's not much burst in it, but either way, it's still pretty good. Maledictive Assault. Okay, let's check this out now. This is quite important. We need 3 targets. Okay, I get a proc and... Nope, it doesn't work. Unfortunately, this talent does not work. Oh, but we do get a Pure Shadow legendary talent, which basically make our Shadow Bolts, granting us Pure Shadow, increasing critical chance with the Shadow spells and damage of Shadow Bolt by 1. This is actually pretty good. Oh, Focus Attacks is actually pretty good. More energy regen. Improved Revenge is useless. And we get Relentless Strikes. This is actually good. Right, boys, level 20. That was pretty fast. Righteous Defense. Oh my god. We get so many dunking stuff today. And Seal of Fate. This is actually the one thing we have carded. Such unfortunate thing that Maledictive Assault does not work with regular Shadow Bolts. It's a waste of a card, but yeah, anyway. Now we're waiting for Shadow Flame and Wraith, so basically everything we get along the way is going to be completely random now. Okay, let's grab a couple more rerolls from the Silas and see if we can get rid of some of those tanking things. Healing Stream Totem, we can leave it, at least we do get some healing then. Upheaval. This is interesting. I'm not quite sure if this is single target or AoE, but yeah, we're gonna check it. This does use Lava Lash modifier, so this is probably not AoE. Dual wield spec is pretty okay, I take that. Shadow power can be useful. Now let's see how we are gonna be rolling on the mana storms. Let's start from something low. Level 20 should be fine. Okay, apply some corruption, spread it. The problem is that they die too fast and the corruption is not spreading that fast, but yeah, they're dying relatively quickly, at least so far. Oh, there's Greedy Demon right away. That is actually so nice. Finish him off. Okay, this is good. Man, thanks to the Greedy Demon, we actually upgraded ourselves so much. This is good. Okay, let's see the single target damage. Oh my god, he's getting destroyed completely. Okay, so far single target is good. AoE is subpar, let's say. But I hope this is gonna get better over time. Deadliness is nice. Oh my god, this place is actually so terrible. I hate it. Throw the daggers, spread the corruptions as much as possible. Level 24. Repost. Okay, this is useless. And then hunting totems, come on. Ooh, receive a battle mage skill. This is pretty nice. I need to get rid of those mobs because this boss is gonna be spreading all the time. The worst thing about Pestilence is that if you attack enemy that has corruption but it dies, then it doesn't spread. So you always have to be sure that you're applying corruption to the highest target. Oh my god, I hate this boss and her afflictions. Let's just finish her off and be done with it. Nice, let's bump some nice damage onto him. Look at this, energy is not a problem at all, because we can basically spam those shadow bolts and they constantly regenerate our energy. And see ya, bro. Ooh, Jade Fire Corruption. This is actually fire damage. And is it like possible that I can apply like both of those? That would be crazy, bro. Yeah, I can. If both spread. Yeah, and both of those spread now. Oh, Jesus. This is actually great. This is gonna be great for AoE. Let me check real quick. Corruption dot deals like average 80 crit. And Jade Fire Corruption. It deals more damage, actually. Let me check real quick. Jade Fire and normal corruption. 52 and 66. Yeah, one is definitely dealing more damage. Yeah, for AoE this is gonna be great. Oh nice, we got Greedy Demon. Let's grab some cash and very nice upgrade. Oh, that embrace is actually pretty good, because the second part says that damage done by shadow spells and abilities is increased by 12% when your target is below 35% health, so it's like, you know, execute phase. Okay, let's grab some rerolls in the meantime. Okay, lasting healing wave can be useful. Okay, nothing fancy this time around, so let's go back to the mana storms. So if we take a look at the DPS breakdown, as you can see, Corruption and Jade Fire Corruption are dealing most damage. Shadow Wade's Bolt can crit up to like 500. On level 38 we're gonna receive the Shadow Flame ability, so our AoE is actually gonna increase a little bit. Okay boys, we get Shadow Flame finally. Honor Among Thieves. This is unfortunately only good if you have full of this, because full capstone basically adds up a combo point when you crit, so other than that it's not so great. Okay, let's get the boss, spread the diseases, big Shadow Flame. Okay, now it's getting a lot better with the Shadow Flame. I mean, I do get more burst thanks to that. AoE burst, that is. It's a shame that actually Pestilence does not refresh the duration of the dots. That would be so much better actually, because the most annoying thing in this build is reapplying the dots in the middle of an AoE fight or things like that, so... Oh bro, receive Eclipse Strike. It's actually good because it deals like spell power damage. I mean astral damage, not physical. So it's gonna increase my overall damage with Sinister Strike. Oh man, damage with Shadow Flame is so much better now. Spread, knife, Shadow Flame, and you just get them down one by one. Oh man, damage with Shadow Flame is so much better now. Somebody mentioned last time that on my fire build I'm super lucky with the spells, so yeah, this time it's completely the other way around. Now let's try to be a little bit crazy and pull the whole freaking room. Okay, we need to spread some diseases. That's actually the good thing about this build, is that I can apply those dots and just basically fight them around. Oh, Molten Core can actually be usable, because dealing damage corruption has 18% chance to grant you Molten Core. And it increases my Shadow Ball, increases damage done by 18%, increases critical strike chance by 30, so all good. Finally, some good random talent. Yeah, and I have 3 stacks of Molten Core. Nice, 400 DPS, yeah, Shadow Waste Bolt. And Waste, look at this, 40% of single target damage. The problem is that I didn't take the Seal of Wisdom, and on single target I do have problems with mana. Yeah, we do have quite a lot of useless stuff to reroll, so let's see if we can get anything useful. Blink. Okay. Let's say that this is somewhat useful. Counterspell. Okay, I take that. At least we will have some kind of interrupt. Okay, even more useless stuff, so let's just pop our next potion of experience and get to 60 as soon as possible. Spread big Shadow Fury, and they just die one by one. Yikes. I take quite a lot of damage. Can I live through this? Oh my god. That was very close. Oh, I get a Riptide. This actually will be very, very good. Instant spell that also adds a dot. This I don't need, so I'm gonna reroll this straight away. Nice! Improved Shadow Bolt 5 out of 5. Oh man, massive pull. Start spreading this and healing myself. Oh, they actually died pretty easily, to be fair. Man, I start to feel the mana issues. Previously, I have been leveling quite fast and wasn't such a big deal, but now I can start feeling those mana issues really. Ooh, Omen of Clarity can actually be good. That's what I like the most, when you spawn in and you straight up are at the boss. See ya, bro. The best tactic seems to be just dot the boss and kill everybody around. All the odds straight up at the boss, because yeah, he lives long, you can just spread all the dots from him constantly. Oh nice, we actually get some kind of AoE finisher, let's say Blind Revenge. So this can potentially be useful depending on how much health, how much damage does it actually deal. Let's check it real quick first. And oh nice, 500 to 3 targets. Okay boys, so it's final boss and we are level 60. So let's go, full dots, full pumpage. Nice, level 60. That was pretty fast, to be honest. And we get our Wraith ability. Okay boys, so we do have quite a lot of rerolls to do. So let's get into the business. Okay, evasion, I take that. Sure, you can toss as well. It's always nice to have something like that. Your disposal. Improved counterspell. Okay, nice. Ooh, lethality is nice. Contagion. Oh, the final tick of corruption increased by 60. Yeah, 5 out of 5. This can possibly be pretty good. Oh, nice. Surprise attack. Increased damage dealt by your sinister strike, backstab, ambush, shift, hemorrhage, and gouge abilities by 6%. And your finishing moves can no longer be dodged. Nice, because it increases our spammable ability and dark intent as well. Okay boys, so we didn't get anything fancy, we still have plenty of things to reroll actually. But we'll have to do some daily quests for that. For now on, I picked my gear from previous level 60, so I'm sitting on 58. So let's see what we can actually achieve with this kind of gear. Straight tap out of the loading screen, let's say. Let's go for the AoE first. So we throw a dagger, apply corruption, second corruption, spread diseases, big AoE, and then start pumping damage. Reapply the dots, spread, knife, this one. Okay, nothing crazy, 2.5k AoE damage, so yeah, corruptions are leading the chart. So as you can see, the Pestilent talent is pretty much worth it. Blind Revenge hits pretty nicely. Shadow Dagger dots are doing pretty fine as well. Other than that, Shadow Flame is just a nice addition. Let's go for this one now. Okay, so it's hard to even get like 1000 with this actually. It's just pretty crazy if you ask me. No, 1000 is possible if you start popping those Shadow Waste bolts. Yeah, Eclipse Strike with Dark Intent. Yeah, 2.4 crit and waste dot takes for 500, so pretty sick to be honest. The Wraith talent, I don't know, it's a legendary, but in my opinion not really that worth it from what we see now. So yeah, we'll definitely try it out, this build, next time when we do get some rerolls and see what we'll get eventually. But yeah, for now it's pretty okay if you like this kind of theme. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.